My daughter drew a whale on my board and I couldn't bring myself to erase it before this video, so enjoy it while we watch this. Hey guys, today I want to tell you about the one thing that is more important than the actual English when you are studying English if you want to advance past a certain level. No, correct that. Even in the beginning, the most important thing to keep in mind to advance your English is not the English itself. And we're going to talk about that in this video. And then stick around at the end because I will give you a bonus tip that you will really be able to use and boost your consistency and your level in English. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If we haven't met yet, and even if we have, my name is Jesse. I help non-native English speakers like you take control and speak English the way they want with more clarity, confidence, and control so that you can say what you want, how you want to say it. We're talking today about the one thing that you need to know or you need to focus on, and it's not the English itself. It's not grammar. It's not more vocabulary. It's not learning, preparing for exams. My God, it's not. It's actually the opposite of preparing for exams in many ways. And it is to have fun. Remember, we learn English, we learn anything by enjoying it, right? We learn anything when we enjoy it, right? Let's take English specifically. English is one of these things, it's probably been in your life your entire life, since you were little, having classes, going in elementary school, middle school, high school, exams, entrance exams, it's in movies, it's something that is just there. So a lot of the times it's easy to take it for granted. It's easy to forget that it's actually for communication to talk to other people. It's not to get a certificate or a score or used as a tool for these, but it's to actually communicate with other people, right? And let's actually take English and put it to the side and let's look at more how we learn, right? How we learn the most efficiently. Right? If you think about the times when you've learned something, there are probably two contexts that help you learn something most efficiently, right? Two contexts. Can you imagine what they are? Let's be a little interactive. What two ways do you generally learn something the most efficiently and the most effectively? Number one, I've already said it, when we have fun. Right? When we enjoy it. You learn something the best when you enjoy it. Why is that? Because you're engaged, because you want to continue, you want to learn more, you want to progress because you're enjoying it. You want to continue in this, right? And two, to actually learn a skill and apply it in your life, right? So let's take learning football, right? Or soccer, as they say it in my homeland. Oh, say, can you... Let's take learning football. I could learn the rules of football. I could learn different strategies and things like that. But I don't enjoy that. Like, football is not something that interests me. So there's something else I need to connect to football if it's something that I want to learn about, right? Let's take English. Let's relate that to English. So a lot of you have bad associations with English. You have traumas. You have bad exam scores throughout history. You've had bad teachers. You've had times when you failed exams and it's got you in trouble. Right? So you've had bad connections with English. Let me know if you want to hear a video more about that and how to overcome that. I could dive deeper into that in the future. But you've had traumas, right? So English isn't something you particularly enjoy. Some of you it is, and that's awesome. That will make it even easier to learn. But if you have that trouble, maybe it might be a good idea to think about a secondary way that you can enjoy it. So going back to football, I don't enjoy learning about football. I don't care about football teams' history, rivalries. Here in Seville, they have Sevilla and Betis. There's a rivalry. Who are you, Sevilla or Betis? I don't know. Which one are you? Oh yeah, me too, right? So like, if I want to make connections with people, I should know a little bit or be interested a little bit in football, right? But I don't care about football. Okay, let's take a bigger look at this and look at the secondary thing. My interest is to build relationships with people here, right? And to be a good communicator, be a good conversationalist, and really be interested in the other person. Okay, so now football is not my interest. My interest is building connections. And their interest is football. Do you see where I'm going here? So with English, maybe you don't care about English, but you need it. So look at the secondary thing. Is it to get a job? Is it to advance your career? Is it to interview for a job? Is it to get into university, right? Think about that and then draw your power, your interest in English in that. So coming back to football, we're going back and forth, right? I'm interested in that person. They're interested in football. So then I will ask them questions about football. And I'm learning so that I can use that information in football for the next conversation with the next person, right? Do you see where I'm going? So it kind of stacks on top of each other, your information and how you're growing, right? So coming back to English now, maybe you have a past trauma. Maybe you just don't care about English. Maybe it doesn't sound pretty in your ear. Maybe you really don't care, but you want this job that requires English. Okay, focus on the job. And this is one of the skills you need for this job. Let's take my job, for example, administration, like Excel spreadsheets and keeping records. I hate that, but I need to do it to be more efficient at my job. So what can we do? Let's go back to fun, the first thing, right? Fun, make it a game. And that's, I guess, the biggest tip as far as learning and having fun. Number one, find the external connection, find the secondary interest, right? The secondary motivation if the primary motivation isn't there. But two, make it a game. For the Excel spreadsheets, how many people can I put into the data today, right? How many people can I have conversations with, right? The same as you may have for your business, right? Or how many products do I need to talk about, or whatever you have for your business. Same thing with English, make it a game. What can I learn today, right? And focus on one thing you can learn a day. And then stack that on top of each other, right? What can I learn today? Okay, got it. I've got that today. Now, what can I learn tomorrow? What can I learn the next day? And then turn that into a game. How many days in a row can I go? Like, how many days in a row can I learn something new in English? So now English isn't the main focus point. English is the topic of the game. And you're playing a game with yourself and against yourself, right? And then you could bring in an accountability partner and you guys can, battle it out or whatever. But that's the idea, gamify. We call this in English, it's kind of a newer word, I think, gamify. Gamify your learning. And this goes with English, with, learning, doing tasks, with cleaning the house, with anything, right? If you gamify something and make it fun, you'll do a better job, you'll learn it more effectively, and you may actually start to enjoy it, right? And then that will keep you coming back the next day, right? And one other thing about having fun, and this is the bonus tip, use material that you enjoy, right? So many times people say, you know, what is the best book to learn grammar? Well, don't, right? What's the best book for teens to learn? Right? I had this in a Facebook group the other day. Someone asked, my teenager is really advanced. What's a good advanced book to use? And my answer was, don't use an English book. If they're really advanced, give them like a book to use. The Chronicles of Narnia, Harry Potter, The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, right? These normal books that native speakers learn, right? If their interest is high, and if your interest is high, and you don't like studying English, then look at real material you can use that you find interesting. Don't worry about it being too advanced, right? Use material that you find interesting. I'm studying Spanish and I use Spanish YouTube channels, right? And podcasts. But I don't use Spanish learning channels. What I use is like the Wild Project. And one of my favorite things to study about and learn about is space, quantum physics, time travel, things like this. It fascinates me. I love it. Aliens too, right? Well, I listened to an episode about that, and you might think, oh, that's advanced, that's really hard, that's really difficult. Number one, it's not as difficult as you think, because with Spanish and English, there are a lot of words that are very similar in that space, right? They're Latin-based words, they're very similar, there's an overlap, right? And then you can learn how a word is formed, and you'd multiply your vocabulary by simply learning the structure of words. All right, but that's for another lesson. And number two, I enjoy it. So as I'm listening to the content, which secondary, I'm practicing my Spanish listening, right? Because I'm listening for the content. I'm listening to content not for an exam, but because I'm interested in it. And then I'm listening more carefully. So going back to the very beginning, fun. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Make it a game. Use content that you enjoy and that you can come back and listen to again and again and again, right? These are the biggest things that stop people from progressing because they look at learning English as a chore, as a job, as a hassle, as a headache, as an extra. You don't have to. It can be fun. Listen to content that you would listen to anyway, but do it in English. And then start hunting for your expressions and hunting for your language. If you want to learn how to hunt, I'll put below a masterclass that I have that I call the 3 laws for fast fluency. Once you learn these 3 laws that you probably, maybe you've studied 1, you've used maybe 2, but not all 3. Once you have all 3 in place and you're doing that and you have it internalized, then learning a new language becomes automatic. I'll put that below. Other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Let me know, what do you use? What material do you use? What types of videos do you use to improve your English? Write those below because other people might have the same interests as you, whether it's sports, space, conversations, art, fashion, whatever it is. Keep teaching, keep learning. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.